Hello, YouTube Pipers. Don't really have anything to say, just wanted to get online and load a pipe and smoke a pipe and maybe be joined by somebody out there. And I'm gonna, my Norman Rockwell, my Stanwell Norman Rockwell, I'm going to load with half and half. If I can get it open. And I'm gonna stick it in there like Jim on Father Knows Best and push the back end of that pipe with my index finger. Poke it down with the tamper. Got a good draw through it. And I'm going to fold it back up, tape it back down, and put it over here. Hope everybody's doing well. My yard out here never had a chance to dry out before the rains came over the weekend, or over the last couple of days. Ooh, I drew that into my throat. I didn't mean to. Wow. Whew, harsh. Anyway, it rained steady for almost 24 hours. Didn't rain extremely hard, but it rained steady, which means that the yard now everywhere has about that much water in it, so you can't step anywhere without splashing. Poor Hunter, he doesn't quite understand what the heck. This yard hadn't been that wet since he's been here. It's always been quite dry, actually. So, now we have, and there wasn't much wind today, and the sun only came out for about 4 or 5 hours. So there hasn't been a whole lot of evaporation. Under the carport, there's about that much water, so there's no way you can step out there without soaking your shoes. I was supposed to go to the grocery store today because it was geyser day, meaning that there's a percentage off. I think it's 5%. At any rate, that won't be available tomorrow, but I'm going tomorrow. I have 2 sump pumps, but the one out in the yard stopped working a while back. And I don't have the expertise to go out there and fix it. But I might look at it when it does dry out, take it apart and look at it and see if maybe there's a wire that's exposed or something, because that's what it sounds like. Because the outlet that it plugs into keeps hitting the fuse box and knocking it out. So there must be a short in there somewhere, and I would think that it's probably due to an exposed wire, but I don't know. That pump was really good. I mean, it had a steady stream when it worked, and it pulled the water out of the yard pretty good. Now it just, I have a pool where the sump pump is. I called somebody that I thought would come out and take a look at it, and never heard from him. The guy that installed it moved to upper part of the state, and I called him to see if he knew anybody down this way who might do the same thing he used to do. He was kind of a jack of all trades and did so many things around this house for me that I was really sorry to see him go. He was a nice guy too. But he said his wife wanted to move to the upper part of the state, so you know how that goes. Happy wife, happy life. I don't know that there's anything in here that I can taste. Burly and bright, like I know the difference between the two, not specifically. It's really mild. It was on sale. I can't remember which one of the online stores it was on sale, but I went ahead and got another 10. Since I smoke at least one bowl a day. I think I keep thinking, since I've got the Norman Rockwell pipe, that I'm going to set up my easel, put a mirror in front of me, and paint a three-way picture like Norman Rockwell did. At my age, I would never have the skills he developed over his lifetime. Excuse me. I am a little better than than stick drawing, but I've lost a lot of what I knew at one time because I haven't done it in so long. Some of the portraits that I had done in the past weren't bad. I mean, they weren't great, but they weren't bad. I think the one I did of my uncle I liked more than any of them. Because it was a style that was a little different from anything that I had done before. And his girlfriend liked it so much that he gave it to her. So that must prove something about it, that it was pretty decent. Because it did look like him. Kind of caught something of his personality. Each day I do a little something to get closer to drawing or painting. I have some squares mapped out on a sketchbook in there, over here, that I'm going to start. There's a friend of mine that I want to try and do his portrait. I'm going to do it in a small area. And I want to practice drawing his face before I actually put paint to canvas. I bought a bunch of oil paints in the brand that I like. So I have them sitting and waiting. I had the brushes up here in a cup. And I had to move all the pencils and things that I had off the table because the kids came over this Christmas Eve, and the table has to be clear for them when they come over. Slowly I'm cluttering it up again. At one time, I tried to learn the trumpet, and I bought 3 of these. It's a plastic pea trumpet, I think it's called. I found them at a place for $50 a piece whenever they had normally about 120 something dollars. Gave a couple of them away, and they don't sound bad for, you would think being plastic that it would not sound like a trumpet, but it does sound like a trumpet. I tried taking lessons there for a while. But I wasn't improving as I went along. But I always quit too soon. I've tried several different times, and I like the trumpet. I like the sound that it makes. And I like jazz trumpet, and I like easy listening trumpet. I don't like that squealing, high-pitched, out of range trumpet squalls that all the new trumpeters seem to want to play at that screeching level. I don't quite understand that. I'll take Al Hurt anytime. Or the Tijuana Brass. I'll take them anytime. But I don't have too many years left if I'm going to try and actually play a tune or two on that thing. And I don't have much time left if I'm going to paint some portraits. So I need to get out of my, I don't know what it is, lead bottom. I need to get up off my ass and start doing something instead of passing time waiting on my demise. I do enjoy several. I sit down and watch the old Gunsmoke TV shows. Don't remember ever watching it when I was little or when I was growing up. I don't think my dad particularly cared for it, so we didn't watch it. But I'm enjoying it. It's pretty good. Don't really have much to say other than just I wanted to shoot the breeze. The old year's coming to a close. The New Year's coming. You're supposed to make New Year's resolutions. I haven't done that in a long time because I never really kept them. But I think if I'm ever going to do anything with the talents that I had at one time, I should step it up and start doing something. I'm trying to clear up some of the clutter in my place. Most of it's books. And I need to cull the books. I need to look through them and get rid of at least half of them. And I'll start doing that before the new year arrives, I think. I'm going to get in touch with Habitat for Humanity because they have a store over in this area and they pick up things. So I've got a printer that still is usable, and I'm going to ask them if they will pick that up, and a shipload of books and another shipload of DVDs. I've been a collector all my life. I think mostly entertainment things. Some books I've had since high school. Always used to go to the used bookstore and come back with a bag load. Now it's time I need to give them away, which I plan to do, like I say. I'll call them and see if they can come out after the first of the year and pick these things up. And then try to get myself in gear to do a few things before I die. What else you got to do at my age? Okay. I hope y'all lit a pipe, smoked while I was smoking and yammering on. Like I said, I didn't have a story or anything. I just felt like shooting the breeze. Okay, folks. I hope this year that's ending, you can say good riddance to it. And the new year that's coming in, I hope you can say, oh, I'm so glad to see you. And here's hoping that God will bless this new year for everyone. I appreciate Paladin Piper, who got me into doing these posts. I never would have thought that I would do something like this. But it's an outlet that I enjoy. And I'm surprised at how many people seem to enjoy my coming on here and just running my mouth. I don't know what I expected out of smoking a pipe, but I've pretty much figured that I'm going to simplify it. Like I've decided I'm going to simplify my coffee drinking. My granddaddy used to have a pot of coffee percolating all day long. Always Maxwell House. As long as I knew him, that was what he used. And I think that's what I'm going to start doing. I'm just going to simplify. Stop looking at all these brands. I mean, what the what the heck can they all give you that you can't? If you appreciate a good smoke and you find one, why not just stick with that? That's what, I mean, it's like when you smoke cigarettes. You found a brand, you smoked it. You didn't check out every brand every month, every other day. You didn't buy a different pack of cigarettes because they promised something else. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm an old codger, fogey, and I'm going to drop back into my fogey ways. If I don't talk to you again, I hope you have a happy new year. I hope everything goes your way this coming year. And Lord, I hope it's a good one. Please, please let it be a good one. Thank you for listening to me. I appreciate it. I appreciate your company. I appreciate just being able to yammer on. Take care of yourselves. I'll say now, God bless you until the next time. Bye-bye.